Hi, good evening, and welcome to Areas Healing. I'm Marley Nadine, and this is a very special video. I've never done a video like this before, but I felt like this was very, very significant. And so we're going to go into a little bit of storytelling. Um, so in 2015, I was let's say 2010, I started getting information, information, higher realm information, esoteric, metaphysical information. Started reading, going to Hindu temples, meditating, doing a bunch of like deep thought stuff. And excuse my nail, it's broke. But anyways, so I was doing a bunch of things like that. At that time, I actually started this channel in 2014, a few years after I kind of got just really into this lifestyle and just really like start living in it and just saying, fuck what other people are doing. Like, this is what I've been called to do. And this is like, this is the path that I'm being led down. So I'm just going to walk down the path and see what happens. You know what I mean? So, excuse me. Boom. 2015 happened. So I just wanted to state, like, around 2010, I was getting information. By 2014, I was really well versed. In 2015, I had this horrible, traumatic thing happen where my mom tried to take her life. She shot herself in the head, and it was extremely traumatic. But that time, like, kind of forced me to be out at my mom's house, which is around Temecula area. And my sister was 15 at the time. She was still like a freshman or sophomore in high school. So I wanted to be near her and around her, and also around my mother, and just to hold down her house and everything that was going on, because there was just a lot going on. So, I've always loved my mom's house for the night skies. She lives really close to where it's not a lot of lights. Like, I live in Los Angeles. There's so many lights. On a good night, you can see like 5 stars if you're lucky. You know what I mean? But at my mom's house, it's just like a plethora of stars just everywhere. So I go out in the backyard one night while she's in the hospital, and, I'm sitting out there. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's dead quiet. I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, and in the midst of this, oh, I should add this. So while my mother was in the hospital, I had signed up for classes with this shaman named Iyaka to become a Reiki practitioner. So I was in my Reiki classes during this time. And, I had a lot of studying to do and a lot of things to digest as far as information. And I was in the backyard and I was just kind of like going over things. And, I'm thinking about, becoming a practitioner, and also like worrying about, like, is my mom even going to make it, because she was in ICU. So boom, I'm in the backyard. I hear something like in the sky. So I hear it before I see it. Then I see this huge white owl lands on this palm tree directly in front of me. And let me tell you, when, like, I almost pissed myself. It was so breathtaking and just like out of nowhere. Mind you, I've been going on these freaking trans meditational trips and seeing stuff like the temples of Delphine, and like all these different like things that you hear of. Like, I'm meditating to these places at this time. So I see this owl, I'm like shitting myself. But at the same time, it's like I've been in seeing things in meditation, but to see things physically manifest themselves to you is like really a trip. So, it really freaked me out. So here we go. Fast forward. I go in the house. I freak out. In hindsight, looking back, because it's 2020, that was 5 years ago. I know that was a sign that everything was going to be okay. But also, I should say, my teacher, my shaman, Iyaka, she, when I told her this story about the owl, she was like, yeah, well, I have a lot of spirit animals and they check on my students, or they'll go, or when my students have an understanding or a level of understanding, they'll show themselves. So that like really tripped me out. And there was another girl in my class as well, an African American girl, and she was driving to San Diego, and she's driving on the freeway, mind you, and she said a white owl flew in front of her on the freeway. She didn't hit it, it didn't get hit or anything, it just like finessingly, if that makes any sense, flew in front of her. So it was just like, just to even hear that, and boom, boom, boom. So why am I telling this story now, right? Great question. Okay. So I was originally going to shoot a music video for a record that I have off of the EP that I dropped in February. And I was going to shoot it at my mom's house because she just got the pool redone and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to pay all this money out here when I can just shoot at a pool over there and like great scene. So, you know, boom. What happens is the music video ends up falling apart. Doesn't come together well at all. The videographer kind of just pretty much chicken shit and just like not really reliable. But I decided to go to my mom's anyways, just to spend time with some of my family, because I barely spend time with my family, and I have a niece and a nephew now. So I just felt like, oh, you know, and my sister's home from college because she's, you know, everybody's quarantined. So I was just like, yeah, it'll be good for me to go and swim with my sister and, you know, see my brothers and see my niece and my nephew, whatever, and my mom. So it was Sunday. And I was hanging out with my friend Justin. Now, I'm going to explain the sequence of events for you so you can understand how, like, trippy my life and, like, my reality, how things manifest in my reality. So me and my friend Justin are talking. We go to the store, like, literally not even a mile, maybe a quarter of a mile down the street. We drive there. Boom. He ends up getting in an argument with his friend, his girlfriend, or little girl that he's friending, if you know what I mean. And he's, like, literally arguing in the car with her for like 30 minutes. Mind you, this is a friend I've had since high school. Every time I come into town, I try to like link up with him and just see how he's doing. And we've always kept up throughout the years, like more than I've kept up with any of my friends, to be completely honest. So, you know, we always link up and we always talk about stuff. And he was arguing with this girl and it was just a bunch of stuff. So afterwards we left, and as soon as we hit the corner to turn right, and I'm talking literally out of the parking lot to turn right, the car overheats. The car hasn't even been on for a long time. So it overheats, we stop, and he's like, damn, okay, well, at least the car's not on fire. And I'm thinking like, don't say that, you know? Literally 2 to 5 minutes after he said that, this car gets in the turning lane to turn left and is literally leaking fire. Like whatever is dripping is like dripping inflamed. And their car is like literally on fire in the middle of the street right after he said, you know, I'm glad we're not on fire. So boom, car slows down overheating. We drive back to my mother's house and we're standing in front of the house and we're just chatting. And all of a sudden I see this huge owl just come. Okay, so let's say the tree is here and I'm here. The owl comes out of the tree, like literally flies like this and goes back around and just disappears into the abyss. This is fucking last Sunday. To say the least, I was fucking floored. Like when I say floored, I mean floored. And my friend was talking and, you know, we've moved on since then. And I kept on going back to, oh my God, I can't believe that's that owl. Like that's that same owl. And the trippy part about it is I have 5 brothers. Well, 4 brothers and 1 sister, right? Three of us are really spiritual. So I talked to my like other spiritual brother about it, and I'm like, yo, you know, I seen this fucking owl. And he's like, I hear it all the time. I hear an owl. And I'm like, no way. And then nobody else in the house hears it though, you know, and I see it. after years of not being around my mom's house or even in the area. So I just wanted to talk about that and talk about the significance of white owls and what they mean. So I ended up going online and just looking up some stuff, and it says that they symbolize intuition, wisdom, the abilities to see what others cannot, life transitions, which I know for a fact they represent life transitions because it came to me at my first transition in my adult life, and I'm talking the shift that I could feel, you know what I mean? And it also symbolizes change. So I'm just going to read this. This is from the website globallightminds.com. This says the white owl is the color of purity and innocence. It represents light, heaven, brilliance, cleanliness, spirituality, perfection, protection, and illumination. There are many different similarities between an owl and the white color. And when both these powerful traits come together, greatness is created. The white owl is a symbolism of wisdom. The snowy owl is a symbolism of endurance. And it represents big dreams with the ability to achieve them. It is a sign of new beginnings and moving forward with all might. Other than that, it tells you about psychic abilities, illumination, support, inner knowing, sacrifice, family, clarity, and legacy. White owl indicates the prophecy and its fulfillment. It is an encouragement to move forward and finish as a hero. It tells us about the willpower that can change anything at any time. Seeing a white owl in reality. When you see a white owl, it means that you should move on. It gives you the message that timing is right to take one step forward. Do whatever you want to do. Do it now. Your journey has come to an end only to begin anew. Don't look back and don't be afraid of the future. Challenges will come your way, but you will face them all bravely. Amazing, right? I absolutely am dying inside. So, like one of my spirit animals, like for sure is a crow, because crows, like literally, crows have been with me in my darkest times. And not to say like darkest times, like they brought darkness with them. It was just like when there was grief in my life, like they were around to let me know, like things will get better. But also like they were around to signal things. Like when I used to be at my grandmother's house, like a crow would caw and somebody would show up at my house 5 minutes later. Like fucking clockwork. Like if they come to me, then I know something's coming in whichever form that is. But the owls are really special because I don't see them so often. And I've seen it twice, which is more than anybody could say. And I remember when I first seen it, I Googled it, like what region are owls familiar with white owls, and it was saying Northwest Canada. So that shit just really like creeped me the fuck out. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and that's a little bit of owl symbolism. Let me know if you guys have seen any type of animals or have any spirit animals, or if you've had the experience of coming across like an animal in your path and then like magical things follow or negative things follow or something in that sense. Like I want to hear these stories and know if anybody has anything in common with me or if anybody's experienced this. So please do share it. I still can't get over why I seen this white owl. So I just was like, you know what? I have to make a video about this and post it because you never know. Maybe somebody else is going through this. Maybe somebody else is creeped the fuck out. But I will say this. If you ever see a white owl in the night time, it is one of the most like heart-stopping, heart-dropping experiences. It's like worse than a roller coaster. Like, you know, the anticipations when you go on a roller coaster and then you go down and it's like whoosh. Like the feeling in my stomach with the combination of just my heart just dropping was just like, you cannot duplicate a feeling like that. But the funny thing is that when I seen it this time, the second time, I was not that intimidated, and it also wasn't at night. And another thing to know about these specific white owls, these snowy owls, is that they're diurnal. So they can see in the day and the night. They don't necessarily, like most owls are nocturnal. But these owls, the white ones, are diurnal and they can see in the day and the night. And when I seen him, it was a little bit before sunset this time. And I was more like, oh my God. Like this time when I seen it, I was just like shell shocked. Like I wasn't scared. I was just like, you have to be kidding me. Because the thing is that it was sitting in this palm tree. And when I looked up after it flew away, there's like a little opening in it where you could tell that that must have been where he was nedged at. And we were literally sitting there. And I am the most alert person and pay attention to all my surroundings. But for some fucking odd reason, I did not see that fucking owl. And he just like showed himself to me. And I don't know. I am floored. I am excited. I love it. I want to thank Spirit and all my guides, to my little owl guide. Like, thank you for coming and giving me signs and keeping my hope alive, because I don't have many human friends in human form. I have a lot of other friends in a lot of other forms. But I don't know if I have a lot of human friends. I got a lot of soul ties, a lot of spiritual, like, you feel me, angels, animal guides, all kind of shit. But that was very divine. And I'm grateful for the experience, and I just wanted to share it. And I'm going to wrap it up because I'm chitty chatty patty over here. And yeah, everybody have a great day. Check out my website, ariashealing.com, if you want to check out any articles or anything like that about planetary. I got the new moon one up on there. There's a new video up on how to dress your candle, customize dress your candle. So go check out ariashealing.com. Go check out my elixirs. If you go to Arias Healing on Instagram, you will find a code to get $15 off the elixir bundle, the alchemy elixirs, which are these. This is Bye Bye Bad Vibes, which is like a liquid sage. Amazing. Well, guys, once again, thank you, and I'll see you guys later. Please do comment on this video. It's very significant in my life and in my journey. Thank you.